Ag tilu is ag thro, a caihan an tida a law. I'm going to look at trying to install a USB printer connected to one of the USB ports on the Eircom F1000 modem. So first, this is the PDF for the modem. You can see just Google it and it's able to download it there. So what you find from there, here's the IP address for the modem here, and the login for the modem will be the login code that I use to get on the internet. So in this particular modem, just to shoot forward, look at the particular page that talks about the USB printer. We'll do that. So the first thing we're going to do, this is in the table of contents. You see here, this is the USB service element, and we look at printer server at page 185. So the first thing it says here is that I can share files on a USB memory stick or hard drive on one of the ports, and the other one is where I'm going to connect the printer port. So that's the one we're going to look at first. So what we're going to do is use a file sharing screen to enable file sharing, and a media server screen to enable sharing of media files. And this particular one, I've already tried this and it seems to work, so we'll use the printer server. So we'll look at this section on page 185. So essentially this is what I'm expecting to see when I go into my screen. So we're going to switch to that screen now and see what happens. Right, so I'm logged into my router. Again, you picked up the address for the generalized address for the router earlier. And I've put in the admin. So where I go to is I go to USB service, and in this area there are a number of tabs here. So file sharing, media server, and print server. So I'll just go over straight away to the print server one. And in this case, initially this was disabled, so I had to enable it, and I put in details here for the type of printer that it was. So it's a Hewlett-Packard DeskJet 1000. Just notice that turns up here in this address here. So first let me apply this to it. Let's just run that first. So from my understanding, you should be able to print at this point here. So I'll just collect this address here and copy it. Just Control C, copy that address, or right click it, copy it. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go down into the section. This is off screen here. Start. You'll see devices and printers is coming in here. So my expectation here is that I'm going to add in a network printer. Now the printer is presently connected into the modem at the moment. So just to see, here's a number of the devices that for whatever reason have been installed on this or to this or in some aspects of the network before. This is all fairly new to me. So you can see this DeskJet was installed originally on this machine here. So I'm going to, anyway, we'll just add a printer. This is the sequence. We add a printer, and I'm going to add a network printer. I've already gone through the sequence once and installed the printer and uninstalled it, so I'm assuming it'll be the same thing. So you can see that's the DeskJet, but it's actually installed on another laptop somewhere in the system. So that's not where I want to go. So I just said the printer. I just said the printer isn't there listed. So what I'm going to is I'm just going to put this address that I had copied earlier. I copied that. So Control C, paste it in there. Sorry, Control V. I've pasted it in there. So that's the address. You can see the router address. That's a port on the router, from what I understand. /printers/ the name of it. and I just click next, and let's see what happens. So it's looking for the manufacturer, drivers and all this. Now the last one I picked Hewlett Packard, and trial and error took me along here, so that's the one for it. I press OK, and it says I've successfully added it, and I then ask to print a test page, and I can hear in the background it printing there, so I can. So I'll just as a test for this, you can see this printer has gone, it's been set as a default printer, that's the address for it, and I'll just take in a sample. So there's a PDF file that I've opened up with a song on it. I'm going to do File, Print, so that may be offsize here, but if I do a print, it'll say, okay, where do you want to print? And there's the default printer is that one. It's going to print there, so we'll just print this and see how it operates. And again, I can hear that printing out there. So I'll just close that down for the moment. That seems to, I'll just knock this down. So this aspect of the, remember as you start, you go through a USB service and you open up the print server tab, you enable this, you select that address there, and when you go into the install a network printer, just going through the sequence of the video, you can drop that in there, and this worked this time. Still have lots of other problems trying to get USB printers, etc., but that's for the Eircom F1000 modem, which is being supplied with EFibre connections, and it allows me to have a simple USB printer, which is not a network printer, a simple USB printer connected in directly to the USB hub of the port of the modem, and I can print from any devices on the network to that printer. Once again, just for completeness, I've connected the USB printer into USB port number 2 of the F1000.